Hello everyone, Mike Levin, Thursday, July 14th, 2016, and on an earlier video I had shown you me creating this simple name value pair dictionary to be used in a upcoming project, and I showed you how we could do this with a list as well. And in my work today, I had to use an ordered dictionary, so I thought I would extend this tutorial a little bit, and I continue to think that these numbers really don't make a lot of sense. So I'm going to make another dictionary out of this. Let's make bdict and say, well, let's start with adict and do some list comprehensions again. Remember, for list comprehensions, you throw square brackets around it, and you go x for x in. And right off the bat, you'll have something that'll iterate through any iterable object. We've got the keys here, but I want the values. So there you have just A through ZZ. And I'm going to make a new set of keys, so I'll step through that. So, for a value in that list comprehension, and let's make a new dictionary. Let's call it, bdict, and we'll set it to a string literal representation of a dictionary. And we'll turn these letters into our keys, okay? So that's bdict, and you just use it to make it a key. So a val is now going to become a key. It's kind of like a key value reversal demonstration again. And we'll set that to, I don't know, some random number. Import random. And I need to remind myself how it's done. So we will use some random example. Python random example. Just find some random example, right? 3.5, that's what I'm using. It's official documentation, usually not the best. Let's go to Stack Overflow. 0 through 9, I don't know. But it does show us the syntax. So from random import random init. Well, that looks like a good example. Let's use that. So I'm replacing that line, and instead of from 0 through 9, let's do 0 through 100,000. So I don't want to print it. I want to choose a new random number on each iteration. So we spin through our old dictionary, and we're making the letter into our key and some random number from 1 to 100,000 into our values. So I should have bdict sitting here, which I do. Nice. Okay, now the point of this example is, what is the interface for accessing a bdictionary or a dictionary? Well, you just put some characters in there, AR, and AR should get us back this 58526 character, and it does. And if I were to do a type of bdict, you will see it is a dictionary type. Now, dictionary types, as you might recall, do not have an order to them. So if I wanted to step through them with an index, I couldn't go bdict and grab the 100th item. That is the job of a list. But there are many times in which you would actually like to treat a dictionary more like an ordered list. And so fortunately for us, there is import ordered list from collections. See if I got that right. Oh yeah, from collections, import ordered list. And I believe it's uppercase. I'll find out. Nope, lowercase. ORD. How about just import collections? What a wonderful demonstration. Now that you have collections there, you can use command line completion. And there we go. Oh, OrderedDict. And we can simply take our bdict and set it equal to that. And I am converting the object in location, because remember, when you do something like this, it's actually in location. So let me turn that to C, so I'm creating a new object. In fact, I'm not even sure if that will create a new object. That is a very good question. I think it will. And so now we can look at cdict, ordered dictionary, and I'll take a look at bdict as well to make sure it copied by. Yep. So, and then now you can notice that this is doesn't have a class name in front of it. Most of the highly common, not needing to be imported object types don't really have the class labels at the beginning, but imported ones sometimes do, especially because they look so much like other things. So look carefully. Curly brackets, key, value, semicolons, colons separating them, and commas separating the key value pairs. So what does a cdict look like, or an OrderedDict? Well, there's all kinds of stuff here. First of all, there's a square bracket there, which we'll probably find at the bottom here. So it is inside a list element. But what's inside the list element? Oh, these tuples. Remember those parentheses mean tuples? So an OrderedDict is simply a list of tuples. So one might think, and look carefully here, see how it's going from OZ, HJ, RJ. It clearly reordered itself from the order it was in as just a dictionary, but that's fine. We're actually going to be able to fix that and alphabetize them. Okay, let me just jump right to that. Sorted. This is one of the things you can do to an ordered dictionary that you can't do to a normal dictionary. So I just ordered them, but the keys seem to have disappeared. But they are in order. Another thing you might think you can do, since it looks like it's a list of tuples and lists have numeric indexes, you would think you could like grab the HY as being, as if it's a zero-based index, you should be able to grab that with square brackets as number 1. But you can't. Key error. It still thinks, or it, shall we say, it's behaving like it's a dict, even though the internal structure is a list of tuples. So you get the advantages of a list of tuples, like sorting and alphabetizing, all that stuff, and you get the advantages of a dictionary by being able to address things by numeric keys. Okay, so what to tell you about this. So say you wanted to address it by numeric index. Well, you have to get around the API insulating you from that, so we'll just do some quick Googling. Access ordered. No, it's not ordered. It's, yeah, it is. It's ordered. Ordered list. No, it's OrderedDict. That's a mistake I keep making. By index. And Google will usually always come to the rescue, as will Stack Overflow. And someone's asking that question. You can just jump down. If it's an ordered dict, you can easily access the elements by indexing by getting the tuples of key value pairs. So they created an ordered list. And they're just using the .items method and then the index. So, based on that thinking, let's take a look at our dictionary and say we wanted to get the third one down, 0, 1, 2. That would be .items 2. And that should result in the 84537 number. And something went wrong. It does not support indexing. Watch your Python 2.7 versus 3.5 issues. Items equals list the items. Oh, convert it to a list. Just explicit data type changing. No problem. Welcome to Python. If one way does not work, just check the documentations. There are many, many people facing the same exact issues. So what they're saying is if you turn it into a list, and I'm not sure about items or not. Let's see what they said there. Yeah, they're still using the items extension even under that 3.x approach. So I should just be able to execute that. There you have it. Now it's getting both items, and if I wanted to get the first item, this is subkeys or subindexes. It's zero-based index, so there's the key, and there's the value. And one more thing to check, because remember I tried that sorted method around cdict by itself and got slightly less than a stellar result of just the keys coming back. So let's once again ask Google. Sort OrderedDict. Stack Overflow as usual. Oh, interesting. OrderedDict sorted. Don't like those answers. Basically, if you ever see lambda in your answer, move on, because between list comprehensions and generator expressions, you'll probably rarely have to resort to Python's anonymous functional programming style, which you can see here. Yeah, a lot of references to sorted. Sorted dictionary by key. They're probably going to recommend the ordered dictionary. And basically almost everyone is saying to use sorted inside where you do the conversion. but they're sorting it based on items. Very, very interesting. So, let me experiment. It's already an ordered dict, and I see no reason why I shouldn't be able to apply sorted here and just see what I did wrong. I saw some, first of all, I will establish the strangeness that I saw, which is just getting the keys back. So it's a list of keys. So it kind of seems to me that I should be able to ask for multiple things. If that's the keys, I should be able to turn that into I got to make sure they stay in sync. I just can't use a comma around it. Do we have list comprehensions again? Maybe. And remember, whenever you have anything with two items inside of it, you can always, and this might be a long way to go for this, but you can always say x comma y for x comma y in, and let's try it without any sort of dot notation. It's probably going to be an error. Whenever you do that, you generally want to specify items. There you go. And is it sorted? Looking pretty darn sorted to me. So I guess we can set it, oh, interesting, A to AAs. I guess that makes sense. The F is at the beginning of the Fs. And we have to turn it back into a ordered dictionary. So I guess it's a long way to go. There's probably a better way, and I'm sure people will chime in on the comments. Sorted. Dict equals a sorted version of itself. In fact, let's just change that to dict. And will it remain an ordered dict? That is an interesting question. Type dict. Nope, it became a list. So we just put collections.OrderedDict around it. Now, for anyone who doesn't like that verbosity, or verbosity for you pedantic amongst you, this is where you can actually change the namespace around a little bit using this kind of notation here. So we're doing just import collections, but you can just as well say from collections import OrderedDict. Get rid of that, execute that. Now you don't have to use this long prefix of its package namespace. And this is where we want to say OrderedDict. And now we have sorted the orders of the keys. We can check its type. It is in fact an ordered dictionary, and check its order to see that we've got it the way we want it. There you go. And so now these will always stay alphabetically ordered if you ever wanted to enumerate through them and keeping your keys in order. I suppose you could also sort by these random numbers. It all depends on where you put that sorted comment. It's sorting based on keys by being on the outside here, but with a little bit of reworking, I'm sure we could get that to sort on the values just as well. And that old trick, once you do this, you might as well x comma y, and this will be on, or y comma x, this will actually sort the numbers in order, and the letters will get mixed up. There you go. Your numbers are now in order. They are, of course, random, so they're not continuous, but more stupid object tricks in Python. I was using ordered dictionaries today to some fairly great effect, and thought that would be just the right follow-on video on this busy day where I can't do one of these more in-depth ones, which I will get to soon. I've got some really exciting stuff to show you, starting to connect Python to Google Spreadsheets. I output today a 20,000 line file in under like 5 minutes, writing the data out to the Google spreadsheet. Now it sounds like a long time, but for anyone familiar with the round trips of getting so much data into a Google spreadsheet, doing 20,000 lines in under 5 minutes is pretty cool. Of course, you could do it to a CSV file on your local drive in just moments, which is like half the point of me using Jupyter Notebook in the first place. But on occasion, it's good to share your files and your data with your coworkers right away, especially at organizations where everyone's on Google Docs, and do some really neat API tricks, doing lookups against long lists without having CSV files in the picture at all, and to have the people who needs the data have it in their hands right as you do the work, and they can watch it twinkle in before their eyes. So that'll be coming up soon, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and as usual, thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again soon, and don't forget to subscribe.